Though this was formerly my least favorite in the franchise, but now it's grown just a little bit on me. But still not one of the greats. What happens when that sinister, monstrous demon of a leprechaun goes into, well, you know, up there in the darkest, coldest reaches of space? Well, easy. You've got this film right here. Here's my re-review of Leprechaun 4 in space. This is Big D's entertainment rankings and reviews, boyo. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Dual, better known to as the Big D, and this time around, I bring to you a re-review of the 1996 sci-fi comedy horror flick Leprechaun 4 in Space, released by Trimark, released direct-to-video, directed by Brian Trenchard Smith, who recently helmed the previous installment, number 3, which is my favorite. Written by Dennis Pratt, and once again starring Warwick Davis as the titular character of the Leprechaun, who terrorizes a marine crew aboard a spaceship in order to retrieve a princess he intends to wed. Now, this was actually released in Russia first and then came to the US on February 25th, 1997. But however, like its predecessors, it got this big time. In the year 2096, on a remote planet, the Leprechaun courts an alien princess named Zarina and a nefarious plot to become king of her home planet. The two agree to marry, which each partner secretly planned to kill the other after the wedding night in order to enjoy the marriage benefits. A peerage for the leprechaun's golden jewels for the princess, undisturbed. A platoon of space marines arrive on the planet and kill the Leprechaun for interfering with mining operations. Lucky tries to steal gold but gets killed by the Leprechaun's lightsaber. A grenade explodes and kills the Leprechaun. Glowing over the victory, one of the Marines, Kowalski, urinates on the Leprechaun's body. Unbeknownst to him, the Leprechaun's spirit travels up right into the genitals and what have you. Well, you get the idea. Where his presence manifests. That's what the Leprechaun does. The Marines return to their ship with the injured Zarina, whom they plan to return to her homeworld in order to establish positive diplomatic relations. The ship's commander, the cyborg Dr. Minhand, explains his plans to use Zarina's regenerative DNA to recreate his own body, which was mutilated in a failed experiment. Elsewhere on the ship, the Leprechaun violently emerges from Kowalski's, I'll just say this in the British way, wanker, after he is aroused during a sexual act. The Marines hunt the Leprechaun, who outsmarts him and kills most of the crew in gruesome and absurd ways. Yes, making one fall to her death. Let's see, one getting trapped in a room that was like, I don't know, kind of like a radiation or nuclear radiation or something like that. Let's see. And plus lots of others, and even uses a metal plate to smash one of the assistants to Doctor's face and make it look like a pizza. While pursuing Zarina, the Leprechaun injects Manhand with a mixture of Zarina's DNA and the remains of a blended scorpion and tarantula. Before initiating the ship's self-destruct mechanism, a surviving Marine Styx rushes to the bridge to defuse the self-destruct, but is stopped by a password prompt. Well then. Now I'll go to the file bit of this end ending, so I'm warning you, you need to stop this video immediately. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below. So, as I start counting down now, if you've seen this movie already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. Minhand, now a grotesque monster, calls himself Min Spider, entangles sticks in a giant web. Meanwhile, the other survivors confront the leprechaun in the cargo bay when they inadvertently cause him to transform into a giant after shooting him with men's hands experimental growth ray. The ship's biological officer, Tina Reeves, escapes to the bridge and rescues Sticks by spraying Man in hand with liquid nitrogen and shooting him. The only other surviving Marine, Books, opens the airlock so the giant leprechaun is sucked into space and explodes. Books joins the others at the helm and they deduce that the password is Wizard since Man in Hand previously compared himself to the Wizard of Oz. After stopping the self-destruct sequence, Books and Reeves kiss and Sticks looks out the window to see a leprechaun's giant hand giving him the finger. End of story. For realsies. Please stand by. Apologies, everyone. I had to take a slight pause to do something. Now, what did I think of Leprechaun 4 in Space? Oh boy. Well, still like the others, this is no continuation after the events of the previous film. I am going to say it's now okay. This was formerly my least favorite. It ranked at the bottom of the chain with Leprechaun Origins, but hell, I'd rather watch this over Origins any day. Anyway, the film sits at 38% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the AV Club wrote that the outer space setting comes off as a desperate ploy to continue a horror series without having to pay any attention to continuity or the laws of reality. That's affirmative. When it was released, DVD Talk rated the film 3 out of 5 stars as recommended. Well, I'm gonna say this isn't the best of the franchise and what have you. It still has its flaws and what have you. The cast is alright and what have you. Still, I did like Warwick Davis as the Leprechaun though. Still crazy and hysterical. Rebecca Carlton as Zarina, yeah, she's fine. Brent Jasmer as Books, he's good. Jessica Collins as Tina, yeah, not too bad. Guy Steiner, I think I'm pronouncing that correct, as Dr. Manhan, the Men Spire. Yeah, he's okay. That's just one of the things I wasn't too thrilled. Kind of looked like a cross between, I don't know, bit of a humanoid connected to the bottom of to the other half of a Dalek from Doctor Who or something like that. Gary Grossman played Harold, Doctor's well, assistant. Let's see, Miguel A. Nunes Jr. Of course, you remember him, Demon from Friday the 13th, A New Beginning. You also might remember him from The Return of the Living Dead. He played Styx. Rest the others are, well, okay and what have you. Tim Colseri played the Sergeant, Master Sergeant, male head hooker, given the fact that he's got a bit of a male head, as you can tell. And Debbie Dunning, who you may know from the final seasons. Well, maybe not the final season. Well, she was on there at most times. She played Heidi on Home Improvement. Played the character Dolores Costello, the one who fell to her death. Yeah. One that I wasn't quite too thrilled with. She was alright, but the cast, like I said, not great. Characters are meh. But at least I will say I think I'd rather watch this over Origins any day. Another flaw with this film is its effect. It looks like it was ripped off of, I don't know, like maybe it was ripped off from a cheap sci-fi TV series or something like that. That was one thing I didn't feel comfortable with, but I'll still watch it just because, well, it's just so crazy and what have you. And Warwick Davis once again steals the show. Dennis Michael Tenney's score, yeah, it's fine too. I just couldn't believe Brian Trenchard Smith, after doing a really good film in Leprechaun 3, went on to do this one. Nope. I really quite feel too comfortable or impressed with that, but oh well, to hell with. That's water under the bridge now. It's now growing me a little bit, and that's about all I can say. I'd say it probably come. I probably would put this over even in the Hood films even. So, with everything said, Leprechaun 4 in Space, not great, but it's alright. Would I recommend it? Only if you're a hardcore completionist, a one time watch will do. But if not, just avoid it. So, what did you think of Leprechaun 4 in Space? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, make it grow and make the views grow. And later on, I'll be giving to you a re-review of Leprechaun in the Hood. So if you like this, check out my reviews of the previous two Leprechaun films in re-review form. The upper left-hand corner is my re-review of Leprechaun 2, the upper right-hand corner is my re-review of Leprechaun 3, and the bottom left-hand corner is a film I recently did a re-review of that had Miguel A. Nunez Jr. in, which I just brought up, and that was Friday the 13th, A New Beginning, aka Part 5. In the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.